Welcome to CBS, 50 years of funny flubs and screw-ups.
Like my Aunt Agnes always said, it's better to lose your love at first sight than to lose your date on a blind glass.
Open in the paint.
Oh, he's measles. Oh, set the stick, lady. Huh?
Sure, I'll get it.
Okay, so there's a few years between us. So what? Is that my line now? What line would it be, actually?
50 years of funny flubs and screw-ups is hosted by Patrick Duffy. With guest stars Bob Barker, Jags Catherine Bell, and Tim Conway. Featuring appearances by Alan Alda, Harry Anderson, Scott Bakula, Candace Bergen, Carol Burnett, Bill Cosby, Fran Drescher, Jackie Gleason, Bob Keeshan, Harvey Korman, Joe Lando, David Letterman, Ray Romano, Jane Seymour, William Shatner, Suzanne Summers, and Ed Sullivan. And here's the star of our show, Patrick Duffy.
Thank you so much. You know, for the past 50 years, CBS has presented some of the finest moments in television history. And you're not going to see any of them tonight. As we all know, life does not go exactly as planned, and that's especially true when it comes to making television. What you're going to see tonight are outtakes and rare live moments from various CBS shows from the golden age of television. When TV started, anything could happen while shows were being broadcast live over the air. One of the most popular shows of the time was Jackie Gleason's variety show, which starred the great one himself. Now, here are some classic examples of live television featuring Jackie. In the first scene, Jackie attempts to perform a simple magic trick with a brown poodle. When Jackie's assistant won't stand where she's supposed to, the illusion is destroyed, but it's still good for a few laughs.
They're going to take this brown dog, and while you get over there and lift it up this way so they can't see...
Watch what happens to the hammer.
Very cheap equipment.
Jackie doesn't have much luck trying to keep this cat under control.
All right. What? Might have a little trouble with the cat here.
In this next comedy sketch, Jackie does a send-up of commercial pitchment by demonstrating the incredible adhesive power of something called Mother Fletcher's glue. The idea is that a broken plate is sealed with glue that is so strong, even a pair of wild horses can't pull it apart. Sounds like a fun idea, except that horses aren't easy to control under the bright TV lights. Keep your eye on Jackie as he attempts to attach the plate to the horse's tail. And away we go.
And now, will you kindly bring out the horses? Right over there. Take them that way. Oh, boy. That way. Yeah, Oh, boy. Rope here. Hook it on to the plate. And I take this rope right here. Hook it on the plate. Step aside, please. All right, men. Take the horses away.
During the screw-ups we've just seen on Jackie's show, he was able to rely on his quick wit to solve problems and make the pieces work. But there was one unforgettable situation when Jackie had a major problem backstage while the show was going on out live. Here's the great one, alone on stage as he tries his best to deal with a performer's nightmare. This is truly classic television.
I always knew there would come a time when something went wrong backstage. And you couldn't get the scene on that you were about to do. And I often wondered, well, what would you do if that happened? Well, it just happened. So... I gotta tell you what happened. This is the McCoy. This is no baloney. We had a thing that was supposed to come down. It's a flat, what they call a flat, and it had a door on it, and the door is usually latched. But one of the actors or somebody brushed against the lashing of the door, and it opened. And because the door is out like that, we can't bring the curtain down because it's hitting a batten. And when they found this out, they ran into me and said, go out there and do something. Now... give this spot to a leopard. You notice I don't stop the applause. Anything that will lengthen this spot, I'll go along. Anybody got a cigarette? Get very nervous at a time like this, you know. Just throw it out. I also do cigarette tricks. Watch this one.
Jackie, of course, wasn't the only performer to have difficulties with horses on his show. Here's some horseplay from the hit series Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, when the actors have a lot of trouble riding tall in the saddle.
Listen, you're going to be back in time to testify against Hank in Denver, right?
Would not miss that.
I'm sorry. Oh, there he is. This is very good. Thank you. Damn, this is good. Yep.
You gotta let these people go.
They're my prisoners. What did they do?
Late-night host David Letterman is a master at the quick retort, the comeback line, and as fast as anyone in the business when it comes down to dealing with his guests. But as we'll see, Dave got a little more than he bargained for in this piece, filmed for a Christmas show.
Yeah, I know that.
All right.
I'll accompany you. You sing. Ready?
Jingle bells, jingle...
Who's there?
Fishy.
Fishy who?
Clown.
Fishy who? Clown.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress, right? Fishy.
Fishy hair.
Fishy who clown. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. How many friends do you have?
Oh, about none.
No, you must have friends. A guy like you?
Nope. I used to have friends.
What'd you do?
I accidentally pushed somebody down the stairs and they got a bloody nose.
Do you think maybe there's a lesson to be learned here?
Yeah.
Well, and what is that?
Accidents happen. You are not funny.
We'll be right back.
Next, hilarious moments from the Carol Burnett Show and guest star beautiful women in the world
are coming to Hawaii. Glamorous and accomplished.
Ladies, you've got 1 minute.
The biggest pageant of them all.
It's time to reveal the finalists.
Who will be the new Miss Universe? Live, CBS Tuesday.
One of the funniest variety shows ever presented on television was The Carol Burnett Show, starring the incredibly talented and, might I add, sweet Carol Burnett. It featured the comedy ensemble of Harvey Korman, Tim Conway, Vicki Lawrence, and Lyle Wagner. The show was embraced by millions of fans, due in large part to the fun the cast had working together each week. Carol set the comic tone from the opening segment of the show when she took questions from the audience.
You wrote a poem about me that you would like to read? All right, why don't you stand up and read it? What's your name?
Danny Kruger.
Hi, Danny.
Hi. I'm in love with a wonderful girl, but there's a catch, oh brother. The girl I love, this glorious girl, is old enough to be my mother.
Sit down, Danny.
You still get stage fright before you come out on stage.
Once in a while, and then when I do, my hair gets just like yours. Talk to the audience? Huh?
Ladies' room.
How do you get to the ladies' room? You have to go?
The fun with the audience carried on into the sketches that were performed by Carol and her co-stars. And tonight, it is a special treat to introduce one of Carol's regulars and an enormous reason for the show's success. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Conway.
These wonderful.
Isn't this
soft, too. These are very nice.
Gee, my legs go all the way down, though.
Yeah, that's good.
Reminds you of being that cute, isn't it? Where's the paper? Okay. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Pat. Yeah, it's a delight. It was such a treat to work on the Burnett Show. It was such a treat to work, actually. But probably most of the fun, as you mentioned, came from the fact that Carol let us have fun. I mean, she was such a generous person, and this wonderful family of people that worked on the show. It just, a lot of the material was very fresh because a lot of people hadn't seen it, including us, until we actually did it. Harvey, of course, was a victim to me. He's, as you know, a very poor performer. And
but you really had his number. You could push his button anytime you wanted to.
I always loved the way that he started to laugh, because he would always, you'd hear a pretty down deep, and then all of a sudden he'd just explode. I don't know. As I say, he just had very little restraint at all.
Take a firm hold of the hypodermic needle. Right. There'll be a little bit of pain, and then numbness will set in. shocker. Yeah, I'll be right with you.
Oh, my goodness.
See, Harvey didn't know I was going to do all that with the needle because we had never rehearsed it. So he was a little surprised to see all that like that.
But it wasn't just Harvey that you picked on.
No, Carol, I hit her a couple of times, too. Yeah, but she actually got me back one time. I was absolutely stunned at what she did. Well, take a look.
I've been waiting for years to make him laugh. In case you're wondering, they're not mine.
That was a bit of a shock, I must say, yes.
Now, these surprises between you
Oh,
and her
we're
haven't ended.
still going on.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, Carol was doing Touched by an Angel not too long ago, and I just happened to be going to Utah that weekend. So I went up there and kind of walked in on her, totally unbeknownst to her. I just actually took another guy's character away from him and came around the corner, and she was a bit surprised to see, if you might imagine.
You'll see what happened.
Action! Action!
Freddie?
Lillian, why aren't you on your seat?
Well, Freddie, something came up. I can't.
Once more. Once more, please.
Actually. Lillian, what's wrong with your seat? Don't ask. Don't even ask.
What are you doing here?
I was driving. I went out for a loaf of bread. I was driving, and the next thing it said Salt Lake. I said, you know, why don't I stop? And I saw the lights. I thought there might be a job. Obviously, there's not. I'm out of here. Oh, these cameras.
Who is this man? Tim, thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so much for making us laugh.
Help me down here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We'll be right back with Funny Floods from Jags Catherine Bell, Fran Drescher, and Alan Alda.
Kids attack. Who'll save the day? The great and powerful cause. All you kids say the darndest things. Then, it's the last chance to enjoy the magical Wizard of Oz on network television. Share the adventure with your whole family. CBS right here.
One of the most popular primetime dramas on CBS is the hit series Jag. Each week, members of this top-flight organization travel the world as legal counsel for Navy personnel. Sounds like pretty serious business. But in this scene, a disconcerting sound comes from a leather chair, causing military discipline to completely fall apart.
You think Congresswoman DeLong was tough? Bobby Latham grew up on the streets of Detroit. Of course, that was before she graduated first in her class at Yale Law.
Can we come in?
Too many beans?
Yeah.
Well, here's the officer who delivered that masterful ad-lib, Major Sarah McKenzie, the very lovely and talented Catherine Bell. Well, welcome to the show. I commend you for your bravery coming down here.
Thank you, Patrick. It's fun to be here.
Yeah, listen, I know from my experience on Dallas and Step by Step that there's a lot of pressure involved in getting a new show ready every week. Right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Most of the time we do our best to get it right. In fact, we'd probably be out of a job if we didn't. But this one time I just couldn't quite keep it together.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe that.
Will you trust me with your defense or not?
What if you're wrong?
There's always the court-martial, but I'm not wrong.
What if you're wrong?
No.
Sorry, you got your line in mind. You okay?
Yeah, fine. Sorry. Not fine.
We can break that. Action.
Will you trust me with your defense or not?
What if you're wrong?
How can I possibly be wrong? No, trust me, Patrick. I really am a professional. I mean, most of the time.
Kind of.
Kind of. No,
Yeah,
really. I am.
Hey, no, listen, you're not the only one who finds it funny when things don't go right. In fact, here are some funny flubs with two of your co-stars, David James Elliott and John M. Jackson.
We're moving 2 cutters across our path, Admiral. I've got a unit on the way.
Well, how long is that going to take?
30 minutes tops.
We got him. Admiral, we have to get away.
Do it again.
Oh, tell me this, baby.
Do it again right away.
You want me to go over and convince my parents to come over? Where's the butter? Where's the butter? Where's the butter?
Hold please for your hearing.
It's fine. I haven't said yes yet.
Oh, but you're going to. Thank God my father didn't stop me when I was 10.
It's fine. I haven't said yes yet.
Oh, but you're going to. Thank God my father didn't stop me when the Barbizon Scouts picked me out of a crowd out in Woke.
Miss Fine, I haven't said yes yet.
Oh, but you're going to. Thank God my father said yes when...
Hi. It's just a game.
Lucky me. Heard your flight was canceled. Makes more work for me, but it's worth it.
Excuse me, miss?
Yes.
I'm a surgeon, and I have to get this prostate to Riley German type. And not only that, I wish to go to Chicago.
No, you ain't getting away with that.
Chicago? I want to get to Los Angeles. I'm going to get to Los Angeles. I got to get this prostate to
Action. Well, they also, sir, who stand in stuff.
Would you mind...
Action. Well, they also serve who stand in stuff.
Alan once more, they also serve.
Well, they also serve.
Action.
Oh,
you want to relax a little while?
I have an appointment tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Well, Catherine, it was a pleasure to have you on the show, and thank you so much. What?
I showed you mine, now you show me yours.
I love this business. What do you mean?
Well, you know what I mean. I mean outtakes of you from Step by Step. Don't hide them. I know you got
Okay, if you insist.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Here are 3 clips showing the joy that you have working with your co-star, Suzanne Summers.
Roll tape.
Mark, on my mark.
Hold it 1 second.
Who the hell are you?
I told you to stay out of here. I am so upset. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do that again.
Oh, okay.
I'll even throw in the stretch marks and the breastfeeding and the what else?
Yeah, I did.
Morning sickness. Yeah, morning sickness, stretch marks, breastfeeding.
Ready?
Sounds like the cheer at the school I went to. Morning sickness, stretch marks, and breastfeeding. There now, you feel better?
Much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Bell.
Next, Bob Barker introduces some hysterical moments from The Price is Right.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
For 26 years, The Price is Right has entertained television audiences with its enthusiastic, everyday contestants trying to guess the right price and take home the prize. Amazingly, the show recently celebrated its 5,000th episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my great pleasure to introduce Bob Barker. Come on down! Hey, welcome. Hey, that's great. They think they're going to get something.
Oh, that's great. I don't usually get that much applause without giving away a refrigerator.
I heard that you on this show have given away over $200 million worth of prizes?
$200 million in cash and prizes. I should have been working on commission. We're giving away about 6,500 automobiles, about 35,000 appliances of various sizes, and I've been told that we've given away enough furniture to furnish the homes in a small city.
Oh, man. No.
26 years.
In 26 years, there had to have been times when things did not go exactly according to plan.
Patrick, you are so right. People have no idea how dangerous my work really is. You should see some of the things that these contestants do to me.
Okay.
You picked me up so high, I think I'm going to have a nosebleed. Thank you. I tell you what,
think I've been mugged. Oh, gotta sit down for a minute, man. No, don't get too close, man. When you see that, you probably wonder how I've lasted 26 years, right?
You're a superhero.
Well, we have a clip now that, Patrick, this is probably the most talked about incident in Price is Right history. There was a young lady in our studio audience wearing a tube top, and she was called to be a contestant. She jumped to her feet. She began jumping up and down, and as she ran down the aisle, out they came. She came on down, and they came on out on CBS. See, I did not know what had happened. I thought all this applause was for me.
I have never had a welcome like this. Now, just a minute. I know you truly love me. But you don't really love me this much, do you? Bob, they have given their all for you.
Now, this will show you why I have gray hair today.
$602, the difference of $2,602. You win, Eileen.
In just a few moments, she was perfectly all right.
She's faded. I wouldn't shoot her down there on the floor. No. Let her have a little privacy. Bob Barker say, goodbye, buddy.
Well, she turned out to be okay.
She was fine.
She was fine again. Bob, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be with you.
And I love your whole career. Bob Barker. All right. Here are some funny flubs for immature audiences only.
Yeah, no, I just realized I forgot to put my bra on. I'm usually bustier than this in this show.
Well, Brad, it appears you've given this a great deal of thought already. Bring a warm coat. Oh, my goodness, look at the time. I need to get Katie breast.
I communicate with your dearly departed. Wait. I think Lyle Wagner's coming in. They're both allowed.
You say?
Now, let's get something straight here. You're upset because there are a few... 7 years between us. That's nothing. That's only... It's going... Well. It's a team effort. Are you ready now? Okay. Film is cheap. Okay. Where would you like to go from?
I'll guess where. Let me get this.
Scene A? I'm a little teapot.
Yeah.
Short and stout.
Yeah.
Here's a slip of the tongue host Gene Rayburn will never forget.
Karen Lesko. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
You know John?
Yes, we do.
Doesn't she have pretty nipples? Pretty dimples? This lady has very pretty dimples in her cheeks, doesn't she?
We'll be right back.
When we return, classic moments featuring Ed Sullivan and Captain Kangaroo.
God.
Bless you.
Locked in one unholy feud.
I was the victim. He destroyed me.
He's the one who showed up with a gun first.
What drove this preacher to hire a hitman?
He definitely planned ahead.
Let's get the hell out of here.
This was the 9mm.
Revenge. An all-new 48 Hours, Thursday.
The longest-running variety show in the history of television was The Ed Sullivan Show. Every Sunday night at 8 o'clock for 23 years, families would gather in front of their television sets and witness some of the greatest performances and artists from every area of show business. Ed loved to present new acts that had never appeared on television. In 1954, Ed introduced a young impressionist from the West Coast named Will Jordan, who did such a great impression that, as you'll see, Ed couldn't carry on hosting with his usual stone face.
I want you to meet the young impressionist who came on from the coast. I brought him on from the coast. He's out there with Eddie Fisher at the Coconut Grove in Los Angeles. His name is Will Jordan. I want you to give you his conception of me in action. Will Jordan. Next week we're going to have for you. In person on this stage for you next week. We're going to have on this stage in person for you next week. On the stage in person for you next week. On the great stage. 742 Polish dentists.
Ed became so completely self-conscious he just couldn't keep it together, and this is a side of Ed rarely seen.
You know, we had, I don't want to talk like that fella does. We had the extreme privilege of having Jackie Gleason make his TV debut on our show. So tonight on our anniversary show, I'm doing it, huh? Oh, now leave me alone, will you? You know, he scares the life out of me. Sounds like me. He's a little older than I am. Well, in any event, here's what I want to tell you, and I'll tell it as quickly as I can get off here. Jackie Gleason was on our show and made his TV debut.
Well, if you were a performer or had an act, the Ed Sullivan Show was the place to be seen. So when Ed asked lion tamer Clyde Beatty to showcase his lion act on Ed's show, it was hard to say no. During rehearsal, Beatty realized there was a problem. Sullivan's stage was too small for his big cats, and they'd be too close to him in the cage. Still, Ed insisted Beatty and his lions go on live, and Beatty reluctantly agreed. This is what happened during the live broadcast.
Clyde Beatty can't control his big cats and get them back into their cages. In an effort to get off stage and keep the show moving, Ed, for the first time ever, ventures into the audience to introduce some celebrities. We may not be able to see all the trouble Beatty is having with his lions, but we can certainly hear it.
Probably saw him last week on What's My Line? Stumped everybody. Walter Brennan, one of the great stars of American. I know that there's one particular person out here tonight observing this display by Clyde Beatty with a great deal of interest because he knows a little something about animals himself. In fact, yesterday aboard one, he won the Preakness. Here is jockey Eddie Arcaro. So
Whoa, nothing like live TV. You know, speaking of pets, there's a bloodhound in a scene with Harry Anderson on Dave's World just itching for some laughs.
No, Miss Pfeiffer. My wife is upstairs.
Better known as Captain Kangaroo, Bob Keeshan brings on Flipper, a camera-shy seal with a mind of its own.
Right. Come on, let's take a look. Wow, what's he doing? Running around the garden, Mr. Green? He just ran in the back. He just well, there you are. Flipper! Mr. Green Jeans and Mr. Barton, the bus driver is helping look for him too. Boy, oh boy. Well, here I have the garden of the treasure house all to myself. Well, let's sit down and relax and see if our friend Flipper will come back and visit with us for a little bit.
Here you go.
Yes, Mr. Green Jeans.
Nice fish.
Come on, Flipper.
Hey, Flipper.
How are you? You been that way?
Here, Flipper.
You been that way?
Is he through? Pick it up from number 1 or number 2?
We'll be right back with a wonderful outtake from Murphy Brown.
My mom wants to smell good. My mom likes sparkly stuff.
We hope you've enjoyed looking back with us at some of the funniest flubs and screw-ups that took place on CBS during the past 50 years. And before we say goodnight, we have one more clip for you.
Just give him the cigars.
Here's a comic nightcap from the cast of Murphy Brown.
Put him right over here.
Like that? Very clever. And that take to your chest. Oh, jeez. Frank.